Hold on. Let me crack this off. Going live now. All right. I think we're live. Yeah. We should be live. We should be live. Okay. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Casual Conversations with the Homies episode, whatever episode it is. I know we've been away for a few weeks, but we've been kind of busy, and I'm glad to have everybody back. Guru Tito, what's up?
Dude. Yeah, man. Been working, just kind of bogged down, but glad we can come back, dude. Talk some sports. There's been a lot of happenings, man. NBA.
Yeah. I second that. Just been staying busy and working on different projects. Glad to be back.
Yeah, if anybody watching right now, let us know how the audio sounds because I have a new computer. I had to do a setup all over, and I don't. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not 100% sure I got it all right. It seems the chart says right on my screen, so we'll see. But let me know in the comments though. That'd be helpful. All right. So yeah, a lot has happened. I think our last show was a draft show, which was a good one. But we'll get to football next. But I guess I thought we could talk some baseball real quick first up because baseball season in full effect. Any surprise teams? There we go. Oh yeah, Oakland. Let's go with the Oakland A's, man. They're the first in the AOS. Um, yeah, they're playing
There you
pretty good.
go. But see,
The
that's not
Matt
a
brothers are
surprise though, man.
smashing, huh?
Yeah. I said that's not a
Loriano.
surprise though, man. We knew they were going to kick off. I mean, they were a really good team last year. I mean, for a couple of years now.
Yeah,
Now the only thing scary with them, man, is there's a lot of guys that are on a contract year, man, are coming up, and we all know the A's mo, man.
yeah. They don't play the players. Yeah, they NCAA for real. Matt Olson, he's having a great year. Uh, Chapman, everybody who's having like a good. I think Olson is up. He's going to be gone for sure. He's playing out of
Yeah.
his mind. The A's are not going to pay him. It's just their mo, man. And the A's announced the commissioner announced that they told the A's organization to start looking into new stadiums in different cities. Once again, Oakland City officials, man, the fix is in. The fix is in. It's been in for a long time. People, if you know the history of Oakland sports, man, the officials and the leaders didn't do us no justice. Let me I'll just quick. It's kind of like the documentary I'm working on, so I got like some deep knowledge. Like my third eye is woke on Oakland sports right now. And it all even Jerry Brown, he's the mayor of Oakland. They had that stadium proposal downtown in downtown where uptown Oakland's at, but he wants to turn it into some high rise buildings and get some land, some property, and that's how the transition already started. So he wasn't for the Oakland A's getting their own spot. Same thing with the Raiders. All the mayors come in promising like you know what they're gonna do and why they shouldn't have it and this and that. Jean Quan, she's a mayor of Oakland probably like 8 years ago. The only mayor who tried to get the Oakland, all the Oakland teams new stadiums, but they ousted her from reasons unknown. Levy Shaft, she said she
Yeah.
wants to keep the team, but we lost. She lost the Warriors, the Raiders, and potentially the Oakland A's. Like I get some of the people like, oh, you can't put it because traffic and this and that, and some different things and other stuff that's important in the city. But honestly, if you ask me, a person who's been born and raised in Oakland, sometimes sports is the better thing for the city. Oakland is not the best cities, and what they've been trying to do for the last 15 years by not giving us a stadium has not worked, if you ask me. They didn't build up East Oakland around the stadiums. They didn't. They took away all the fun stuff that was over there in Hagenberg. I remember as a kid when I go to an A's or Raiders game, you can actually get out there early and hang around in the surrounding area because they had like a movie theater, a mall, a place to have fun. It was like a go park place back there in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they kind of like took that away. So then all the stuff is gone. You put a big Walmart right there. The Walmart is trash now, is gone, and it just the surrounding area is not the best. And the A's, if you ever
Yeah.
been to the stadium, their urinals is a big tub, like a big tub, no brackets. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. Like you have to like that's the time you pee. You just have to like look straight. As you look down, it's
You,
over. Everybody's there. Everybody's hanging out, hanging out.
You find a spot on the wall, right?
Yeah, you just like you better look at this brick. Look at that graffiti right there. Don't move your eyes. Don't even look down and shake. Just grab and shake.
Right.
Or it's over. But anyway, I guess that's not baseball news. But I just had to put that out
Well, it
there.
is in a sense. It is because it affects players, and it affects fans, and so it is kind of a big deal. I mean, the A's have been in Oakland for a very long time, and now it's become a political game. Whereas, listen, the city's pretty much saying, well, go, because they're not going to give them a new stadium.
Yeah,
That's pretty much where it's come. That's seems like that's what it's coming down to. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to mention that part.
yeah, but I still have hope. I think that they cannot lose the A's. Like that's the last bit of like jobs you have. Like you have it's already. I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as cities, what people need to understand is it's a longer thing. Like if you kind of want to build up the area, you need to build up the area. Like imagine if the A's go away, that's less jobs. People got to go further away for jobs, and it's like right now they're kind of like in a good spot because it's right. If you get a job at the Coliseum, you can always got transportation to get to the park there, which is easy. But I don't know. I'm for them getting a new stadium at Jack
Me
London.
too.
They need it. Like that's the worst stadium in all of sports in all of America. I've been saying that for like forever. Like as a Raider fan,
Yeah.
you never wished that the A's went deep in the postseason because you hated the ground dirt at the games. Like that's the worst thing ever. I hate it when the Raiders.
And let me
Go
just
ahead.
uh, let me just say, if anyone deserves a new stadium in Oakland, it should be. They're a small market team, and each year they come out with a good draft pool of talent. They seem to always draft well. I think that just has a lot to do with the mojo of being in Oakland. They just seem to have it, and I think that they need to take that into consideration. They field really good teams year in and year out, pretty much on. And if anyone deserves a new stadium in Oakland, it's the A's.
Yeah, I agree with you. I disagree with one of your statements. You said something about them hitting it out the park with their draft. 2 years ago, they drafted somebody they shouldn't have, but we don't need to bring that up. He plays football now. F him.
Nah, that's him. That's him going back on his word, man. I mean, they had confirmation that that he was gonna play, but Pops came and swooped in and did it right.
Yeah,
I mean, they gave him hella loot. If for those of you sports fans, man, we're talking about Kyler Murray. I know Ramirez is not a big fan because of it, but we talking about Kyler Murray. Really, what came down to they drafted him. What it was, I think it was seventh overall. They
yep,
threw hella money at him, but I think it was because Kyler came out and said he was going to play baseball. He was going to play, and then we all know how that ended up.
yeah.
Well,
Can't
yeah,
let.
Hey,
he
yo,
said if he
Rainier,
wasn't
we
going to
got
be the number one pick, he
what up,
said if it
Jose, out in
wasn't
the
going to,
chat. He's
yeah,
saying, Rainier, you're echoing.
I'm echoing. Okay, okay. Let me.
yeah. I mean, if he wasn't going to be the number one pick in the NFL draft, he was definitely going to stay, and he used that as leverage, like a lot of players, well, a few players were able to do in the past, like John Elway. But you know, he could have made just as much money in baseball, but I think he made the right choice.
No way. I mean, to me, he kind of. I think he gambled and he kind of thought. Let me know if I'm okay now. I think I fixed it. But I think he gambled on football, and he can always go back to baseball. So I guess he made the right decision for himself. Like, say if he went in, he bust out in like 3 4 years. The baseball farm system. You don't really get prominent. Some people come out early and be good, but it's really like 27 to like 33. You're like peaking in baseball. So I guess he kind of figured he has time. So it's a calculated decision. Putting my emotions to the side. But back to my original
Yeah.
question original question. Um, who's the best? I mean, surprise team in baseball. Who's the surprise right now for y'all?
I mean, there's a couple teams out there. Obviously, I think out on the AL, you have Boston. Boston came out swinging against the AL East. They're doing really, really well. Shout out to ex-Dodger Verdugo. Devers is balling out. But then again, as a resident Dodger fan, I'd do that trade 100%. And a little bit of a shocker, man.
The Giants.
The team across the bay.
Yeah, the Giants.
The team across the bay, man.
Yeah.
You got Giants. I mean, they're, it's. I hate to say it, but I trust their management. You got Zaid, you got Farhid. I trust their GM, or I think he's the president of baseball operations,
Mm-hmm.
right? He has that Dodger pedigree, but guess what? He comes from Oakland.
Yep.
He learned small ball. It's a team that can actually spend some money where they need it. And they've been in this rebuild mode for a couple of years now. And they're putting out a good product. I mean, these games have been really, really awesome. They're playing the Dodgers right now. Go Dodgers. Yeah, hey man, there's a lot of good teams out there.
Yeah.
It's still early.
It's still early.
There's still a lot of baseball still left to be played. But those are my two kind of shocking teams. Other than, I'm sure we'll talk about all the no-hitters a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna go with the Giants, of course. The NL West is kind of like, it's a powerhouse division for me. Like at least as for when it comes to star powers and players, NL West is top tier, and the teams play good. The Dodgers, the Padres, but then the Giants. I mean, they're in second in the division now, but they were the best team in baseball for like a couple games, and surprising. And then I guess the other team I can think of is the White Sox, but don't tell the manager that he hates his team. I told La Russa, hey, I mean, I know we talked about it before. Baseball is old, and they kind of got to get out their ways. But man, God, Tony, how you chop down your own player like that, man? Tony, I don't know.
Dude, have you guys seen Mercedes? Have you guys seen him play, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy's up and coming, obviously a rookie.
Yeah.
He's good.
It appears he came out of nowhere, man. But he's a good young Dominican player. Can smack the hell out of a ball, right? But it's just like, at the same time, man, yeah, I think you're right, man. Tony La Russa, I know why they made that. He's a big name. I know why they made that hire. They had a really, really good season last year with all those young players, and obviously one of their best players, if not two of their best players, are actually out, right? You have Eloy, who's actually hurt, and then you have Robert, who actually went down. One of the best young promising players out there. But yeah, man, La Russa, like, it was funny, dude. Like, I think they suspended Duffy, the pitcher, and somebody out there. I mean, for me, I was just like, is Tony La Russa going to appeal that suspension for that other team?
Right. Yeah, he's a clown. I mean, not say he's a clown. Maybe he want to run his team how he wants to run his team, but
no, he is a clown. He is a clown because, for one, he's not a man of integrity, and he is too old school. You don't call out your up-and-coming player like that, and you undermine his game. And that's what he did to his young players. So he is a little bit out of touch. Dominicans are bringing a new flair to the game, where, look, they want to play free. The game is fun to them. That's part of, you ever been or ever seen one of those games where they have the winter leagues? Those guys really get into it. It's like a party. So it's like we come over here and they got to go like this, and they're just upset. I think a lot of people are upset. And La Russa is not a man of much character. He had a DUI. He shouldn't have been brought back. What if one of the players had 2 DUIs?
Yeah.
So I feel like eventually they're gonna have to part ways with him. He's gonna get all the success for them doing well. They have a pretty good lineup, I think, to begin with.
Yeah. Who else? What else is going on? Leader in on base slugging percentage. I think Mike Trout is out for a few weeks, right?
He is. He's out for a little bit.
Oh, and Albert Pujols got cut, and he plays for the Dodgers now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What was that?
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna lean into all these no hitters, man. Your guys' thoughts. I mean, I know they unjuiced the baseball, right? They're using a new ball pause this year, but it's I think the last comments that I've read, it was Kershaw. Kershaw came out and said all these no hitters are actually kind of bad. But at the same time, I I actually don't think it's the ball. Like I think it might just be a product of bad teams. If you look at the 6 no hitters that we've
Mm-hmm.
had, they've been to 3 teams. 3 teams have been no hit twice.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I
Go ahead,
I
Guru.
I think they're giving pitchers more of an advantage. I think that ball they're making where that ball can do whatever they want it to do. 9 no hitters. That's a lot. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I think it's bad teams though. I think it has to be bad teams. Let's see. Who's it? Is it the Rangers? Has both those teams? Or no? Or is it
Yeah,
Indians?
Rangers have been no hit twice.
And it,
Cleveland's been no hit
Cleveland.
twice, and
Yeah.
the Mariners.
Yeah. Bad teams. Bad teams. But
I don't know, man.
I don't
Can't
know.
be that bad.
Strikeouts are up, but I read somewhere home runs are up too as well. So I'm going to. It has to be the bad teams. All right, baseball. Hey, let's catch a A's game, man.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
love to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's.
I
Yeah.
tried to. San Francisco's being all bougie, man. I tried to try and cop tickets for this weekend, man, and it's just there's no avail, and you got to present all this. I mean, you got to present being vaccinated and everything like that. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm all for it,
you
but
sheep
at the
out
same
there have
time,
to
it's
present
just
your
like,
cards to get in. I'm not saying it's the mark of the beast. Nah, I'm joking. I think I'll get in the vax. I think I'll get in. I'm a buckle
You,
down.
you
Yeah,
you
but yeah,
probably should
yeah,
think
yeah,
about it.
yeah. Nah, that's another show. But NFL. So I think our last NFL talk we was talking about the draft and all this. Uh, I guess we kind of moved past that. But what was DUI? There's no reason to not get a job. That's for you, Guru. Jose says p- players have problems and they still bring them back. DUI is no reason not to get a job. Guru.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, you have a point there, but I just think that when he
Just
when you're in a leader position like him and he preaches one thing but then acts another way, I just think I feel like calling him out. So maybe I'm calling him out. That's probably what I should say. But you're right. People who have DUIs do deserve second chances.
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean it is what it is, I guess. All right, NFL news. Any NFL news? I seen something where the Patriots might try to get Julio Jones.
That'll just be another show of what I've been saying to everyone as far as the desperation of Bill Belichick. Never spent as much money. First of all, I'm gonna say it'd be a great pickup. Obviously, anybody who gets Julio Jones, I think he has 3 good years left. To be honest with you, he's been nicked
but
up a
can
little
he
bit
score though?
when healthy. But I don't
I
think
He
mean,
he
can.
is,
He
he's
and
can.
he
been the
doesn't get
definition.
past.
He has. Go ahead. Go
Hey,
Tito.
he's been the definition of being friend zone, man. He's the definition of friend zone. My nickname for Julio Jones is friend zone.
Yeah.
He
Huh.
he can never score.
Never.
Never. He catches everything, but he can never score. You got red zone. I'm sorry, but for somebody his size, his talent, he should have a lot more touchdowns. Cherry picking, as they say. But no, but he's still good. I think you're right, Guru. I think he does have a couple years left. To the right team. I mean, I heard rumors, the Niners. But what the hell are you gonna give up for him? Like, the Falcons are not just gonna give him away. I mean, it's a smart move on their part, but at the same time, it's kind of backwards thinking because why are you getting rid of Jones, who's still productive, yet you gave Matt Ryan all this extra money on the tail end, where you could have got your franchise quarterback of the future. I mean, they still got a really, really good player um, at number 4, but you go out and give Matt Ryan this money saying, okay, we're going to compete, or he still has something left in the tank. But then now you come out and say, we're looking to move Julio Jones, like what's going on there, you know? But I don't know what team. There's a lot of teams that can deserve that can use them, but it's going to be. I don't think they're going to give them away.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think I don't know what is the Falcons doing, man. If they want to get rid of Julio Jones, they in a full rebuild mode. They should have did that in the draft and got rid of Matt Ryan. But that's
Yeah.
that's even deeper of a conversation. What else is going on in the NFL? What else? Yeah, go ahead. Y'all take it. Somebody take it. Chow down on this jerky.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Raiders
Why? Come on,
have been
man.
making some
Go
quiet
ahead, Guru.
moves. They've been making some quiet moves, and while they've been making quiet moves, they've had a quiet coach. Um, he just previously had given an interview with Eric Allen, the former Raider, former Saint, former Eagle, um, and I don't like his energy.
Huh?
So that's something to keep an eye on in Las Vegas, because I believe he's really feeling the pressure, and pressure bursts pipes, if you let it. And I think he's feeling tremendous pressure. He might not show it. He knows he's done enough talking over 3 years. So
Pressure from who though? Pressure from who though, Guru? Like I understand and I see what you're saying, but it's like he has the best contract out there, in my opinion, for a coach like him. You have the best franchise where the owner is just happy to be along for the ride.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, is it pressure from the fans? Like I I don't know where the pressure would be coming from for him to kind of say. I mean, I do think that it's a 10-year contract, right? And what is he? We're in year 4. Am I correct? Could be
Yeah,
year
Yeah, year
5.
5. I think it might be year
But
5.
you,
I don't know.
if it's year 5,
four.
I
It's
think he's
four.
going to ride it to the end. He's not going to get fired. It really is going to come down to Gruden saying he doesn't want to be there. But to me, my opinion, I think it's a cush scenario for him. So I don't understand the pressure. He does label himself as quarterback guru, so we don't know how this is going to go. And maybe maybe he's thinking about the future and how that's going to position himself. Because how can he go back to ESPN or any other news, any other sports network? I mean, come work with us, but you know, and call himself a quarterback guru when he's not doing anything on the field,
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
he's not.
go ahead, Ray, man.
Just let me start off by
You're,
saying this, Guru. I don't know how
yeah.
you started off the NFL section talking about the Raiders. Like, why? It's so many other teams, so much other drama. You could have led with Aaron Rodgers.
Because the Cowboys, man. Because the Cowboys are in no news right now, man.
Well, besides
Surprised
Zeke
they're not going
biting
for Julio
his
Jones.
dog, everything is good.
But anyway, yeah, the Raiders, we'll see. But they got a good, favorable schedule. I know I wasn't the biggest fan of their first round pick, but overall in the draft, they did pretty good. I think they kind of went after some needs. And to me,
I just think it's a pivotal year.
it is.
It's
Oh,
a
for
very
sure,
pivotal
for
year
everybody,
for.
him, Carr. But excuse me, but we all know the way his contract set up, he's safe. He's basically safe.
Well, as far as contracts, and I know Tito, you always go back to that contract. And listen, we neither one of us know the language that's really in the contract. I'm sure there's an out somewhere.
For him, I
I
think
don't
it's an
think
out.
it's as guaranteed. I think there's an out somewhere, maybe around like 70 million or 60 million. Maybe so. So we don't know for sure, but I can tell you this. Um, you know, there has to be progress this year with the Raiders. That's where I wanted to start with. Now, if you want to start with another team, what's in the news is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, they signed Tim Tebow. He's under contract, so a lot of this probably has to do with the fact that he only needs 3 games. If three 3 or 4 games, I believe he gets he can get his pension from the NFL. So he's probably going to make the team as a special team no matter what. And here's what I want to say: it's going to be a disaster in Jacksonville. I don't want to reveal too much right now, but you're going to see a lot of crazy things going. And listen, Urban Meyer, the name doesn't mean anything at the NFL level. I promise you that. I promise you, his name will not be relevant at this level. The talent on the field is what's going to be what we're going to judge, and he's already messing up from the beginning. So this whole thing is bad for Jacksonville. What do you think?
As for Jacksonville right now,
He's a grown man.
I think this is another one of those instances where somebody does something for somebody they like a friend or a buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like he just giving Tebow the lob just to set up the rest of his life for what he did for him in the beginning. Um, but then we'll see. A lot of people, a lot of players on the team wasn't a fan of it. It's like you basically gave a guy a job who didn't deserve it because he was your friend, and it happens. Like we talk about this, how it happens in real life, how it happens in sports. It's just a thing that happens. But Tebow, that's kind of agreed. Then he's playing a new position. It's like, come on, man, like what you doing? And but then again, Urban Meyer turns around and take his first round draft pick running back, one of the best running backs in the draft, and have him practicing as receiver, and saying that's where he's going to play him at. So I think it's pretty much Jaguar clown college down there. So I
Hey
have no
man,
hopes. Go ahead, Tito.
I like crazy. I like crazy. Call me crazy, but I like it. We don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, it's different, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's different. So I'm gonna wait to see what's out there. I'm gonna wait to see to what they present. I still don't think they have a very good team on the defensive side. I do think they have some exciting players on the offensive side. So I'm just waiting to see. Tebow being, I do think it's returning the favor, so to speak, right? Like Tebow, what he did in college, will go down as one of the best college players ever for what he did at Florida. And that is one of those things where, it kind of did, help Urban in his situation and where he has gone. So I think you're right, Ramir. We see this in real life. It is one of those things, he's going to help him out. But him playing tight end, like Tebow's still an athlete, like he was in playing baseball. He made, I think it was A or double A, where it's like he was playing, he was still holding his own, but at the same
Not you
time,
too, Tito. Not you
I don't
too.
think right,
Tito
but
is
I don't
half
think
full.
tight end is out of the I don't think tight end is out of the question though for him because it's something that we kind of saw when he was with New England. Like Belichick actually started this, right? Like when he signed with New England, he was kind of playing this H-back, situation where it's like not really a running back, not really a fullback, but definitely going out there. I also think is just, you know, it's Ramir, you're a wrestling fan. You know who owns Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know, Dallas has definitely benefited from this mentality, but it's getting your name out there. It's promoting yourself, shooting these promos. And to me, this is kind of like the equivalent of a wrestling, hype or promo of like we signed Tebow, get our name out there
Yeah.
so that people know who the hell we are. Hopefully get fans in there and do it. But I like crazy. I won't knock it until I actually see it, but I actually don't think they're going to be a very good team either. I think you're right, Guru, in that you know
I'm
that
knocking
same
it
his
before
same
I
college
see it.
system might not the same college system might not transition well. I mean, we saw it with Saban, right? Like Saban was with the Dolphins. What I think it was like 3 weeks.
Yeah. He's like, you know what?
But
I'm out.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I like the craziness. It is what it is, and we'll definitely see it. I can't wait till football's back, man.
Oh,
Like There's just a lot of movement. I'm interested in seeing where Rodgers is gonna go. Like if Rodgers is a man of his word, I mean, he excommunicated his family, so I'm pretty sure he's capable of
Man,
saying,
I'm telling
"I'm
you.
not." I'm pretty sure he's capable of saying, "I'm not showing up." So it's gonna be interesting, man.
Um, we got a comment from Jose. He says Tebow is a great locker room guy. Excuse me.
Let me just say this real quick. Let me say this. Tebow was not even that great of a player. Okay, he was a good college quarterback, but he was no transcendent. You know how much college football I've seen? His name wouldn't even be mentioned. Do you know that class, that Florida class, was one of the highest rated recruiting classes ever? You had Percy Harvin, who was the highest recruited player recruited out of Virginia ever. He got the highest grade ever. Lawrence Taylor, Bruce Smith, Allen Iverson. He had the highest grade ever. You think of Alex Hernandez. He was loaded with talent. Will Demps, Olympic sprinter. He was good, but my God, Cam Newton was on the bench, right? He got transferred, but you don't think he could have done that? He won a championship with less talent. So let's just pump the brakes on Tebow being this great person, and let's not fool ourselves in thinking that he can run a damn route.
Um, okay. I mean, NFL Tebow, not a fan. College Tebow, I have to say he was cool. Uh, I like Tebow in college. I thought he was pretty cool,
I
pretty
liked him.
exciting. Nah,
I
I
liked
know,
him.
but I mean, Guru, I think you kind of like unfairly want to just de-anoint somebody if they wasn't like the greatest player if they had help. Like to me,
Yeah,
one of
Not
the
even
best.
close.
I mean,
To me, one of the
he
best
won in the
quarter.
NFL. He
Hold on,
won in the NFL.
he had a playoff game.
You know.
Hey, I'm not a fan of the pick, but college Tebow, I'm here to say right now, he did his thing. He some put one thing like Jose said, um Tebow's a great locker room guy. Like you got those guys who can give speeches like him, Ray Lewis. Like sometimes you just need those type of people, I guess, and I'm okay with that. And Reggie Bush is one of my favorite players of all time, college players, but he had like a great team too. But that don't take away from what he did, his
Oh, he's
contributions for the
great.
team. So the same thing with Tebow. I think Tebow, he was doing he was doing the same type of thing. He was throwing, he was running. He got his team to play pretty good. So I'm not about to doubt him, but him coming in at tight end, it'd be something new that you have to learn. His boy hooked him up.
He can't do it.
I'm not
He
about to
can't
cry
not
about
do
it.
it.
Kudos to them. I wish if one
Yeah.
of y'all got hired like in the highest place, like right now. I'm not saying this to happen because I don't want it to happen, but say if I wanted to get hired at where y'all work at, I'm like, hey Tito, can you tell them to hook me up so I can come in there? And he's like, well, Premier, we did this, we doing that. You're a good guy. Yeah, I'll get you a job. So that probably happened. It happens. I'm not like upset about it. But let's move on and talk about Aaron Rodgers right now. The Packers organization are shocked that Aaron Rodgers is a bad person. Yes, I said that. That needs to be printed. I was talking to my friend David Voss. He's not on here. He has his real like he's opinionated, and he's always like real like he one thing he like I hate when these guys like try to like um be more powerful than the owner and do their things with the contract. And to his credit, he stayed the same when it came to Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is his favorite NFL player today. And he was like, how can Aaron Rodgers do this? The team gave him all what he wanted. Of course, they might even if they drafted a replacement. This is a job. Is Aaron Rodgers out of line, or is it the Packers out of line? Guru, I'm gonna let you go first. Let's let Guru go first.
Aaron Rodgers is out of line. He's
Okay,
completely out of line.
stop right there. Tito, go right now. Answer your thing. Who do you think?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. So nobody's pro Aaron Rodgers on this. Nobody.
Not me.
All right, go ahead, Guru.
I mean, I'm not
Oh, go
I'm
ahead,
not
Tito.
pro I'm not pro Aaron Rodgers. I can definitely argue the pro. I can definitely see where he's coming from, but I'm also not a fan of it. Like I know we knocked Tony La Russa for being old school, right? But it's like if you have a contract and I sign it, like that's gonna be on me, like that's I'm gonna play out my contract. That's how I am, if I had that opportunity. Um, he sees it. He sees it because a lot of people actually do this. A lot of people want the power. A lot of people want to position themselves to make some demands or anything like that. But I think he's out of pocket just for the sheer fact that Green Bay has never lost confidence in Aaron Rodgers. Yes, they drafted a quarterback, but oh well, like they are trying to position themselves for the future. Like Aaron Rodgers is what, 37? Like, I mean, 38, might
Yeah.
be 40, I don't know. Years are weird now, right? But he's up there. Like, why? They didn't say we're gonna bench you. They didn't say, going out there. Like they're still putting a winning product. Like they've had an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl the past 3 years. Like it literally has come down to a game towards the end, and it's just like they haven't lost confidence in him. So, at the same time, I understand where he's coming from. He wants a new, he wants to go somewhere else, whatever. But it's also on Rodgers to come out and be like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna put product out there. But it is weird to say. Like I'm a big fan. I wish he had more rings, you know, to showcase his talent because that's what we kind of measure on. But um, yeah, man. I mean, I
Go
think
ahead.
he's wrong here.
Okay, let's let Guru in here. Go ahead, Guru.
Yeah, I mean, I think the same along those lines. I mean, he has a contract. Uh, it was 4 years, 134 million, which was staggering at the time. He was the highest paid quarterback. And listen, again, like I said, the Green Bay Packers management does not want to be hamstrung with a huge contract. Now they offered him one because they were basically they know he doesn't want to be there. But so it looks good for them to offer him one. But the thing is, like, he has been surrounded by talent, and it's just a shame on people who defend who are defending this petulant child who has won the MVP. I mean, damn, you won the MVP. Okay, so you didn't win the Super Bowl. Well, if you just hobbled your little butt in the end zone on that scramble, you'd be in there. Then maybe this would be a different story. So I feel like, listen, if he doesn't want to suit up, then he sits out, and you let Jordan Love go out there and play. Because Jordan Love can play. Don't get it
Oh
twisted.
my God, here
People
you
don't think
come,
he can
Guru.
play.
Jordan Love
This
can play.
guy
We
can
don't know that
play.
yet.
I've heard people who've been watching him at practice that he's just whiffing that ball around. He's got good movement, good size. That remains to be seen. But I can assure you, anywhere Aaron Rodgers is, no one's getting any reps. So they'll let him know. And if he's going to be sensitive about that, then okay, play out your contract, and then that way you'll be a free agent in 2 years, and they're going to let you walk.
Well,
No, don't hamstring them. They moving into the future, and Devontae Adams shouldn't be crying because we don't know how good you are without Aaron Rodgers.
ooh, dang, Guru, you came with some haters. All right, well, I guess I'll
So
go last
that's how I'm at it.
because Aaron
Go
Rodgers,
ahead.
man, I'm ready. I called this early before the season started. I said it always, man. Aaron Rodgers, he just doesn't do what it takes to be a good teammate or help out his organization. He has a contract. He got paid. Now, I know people was like, "Who you like, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?" On this show, I said Tom Brady because Tom Brady is willing to do what it takes. He only left New England because they didn't want to do what it takes when it came to putting the right people around him. And the Packers steadily have good, like Valdez Scantling. Who knew who that guy was until he got on the team and started
Yeah.
playing good. Devontae Adams, the running back, like Aaron Jones, like the Aaron brothers, they doing what they're supposed to do as an organization. And I don't understand, like maybe you might not like somebody personally, but Aaron Rodgers is acting like an insubordinate person who's been hired at a job for a long time, and a new guy comes in that's his superior. You tell him to do something, but you want to defy him for no reason off the top because he makes a decision because he's new and he's making a company decision and it upsets you. But it has nothing to do with you. Everybody's still behind you. Nobody's talking about moving along from you. Nobody's talking about we bringing a guy in to compete. None of that stuff is happening. None of it is happening. It's just the fact that y'all lost in the game. You didn't like a call. Like honestly, like sometimes as people, we had to look at ourselves about what we done or what we did or could have did different. Like he played horrible in the game, in the NFC game, like he always do. That's what I said. He's not gonna win because when he gets to this part of the stage, if it's the Giants, the Niners, or the Buccaneers, he lays an egg in the NFC Championship game every single time. And the team doesn't shy away from. They don't never talk about him bad. It's never Aaron Rodgers' fault that his team got blew out off. Like, yeah, the defense gave up the points, but y'all didn't score more than X amount of points. One of those games, he scored less than 10 points. Like, what are you talking about, Aaron Rodgers? Like, sometimes it's you, and it's already been known this first year that he got to change the play and he'll do what he wants, and they still haven't kind of like dogged him. And now, I don't know. We'll see how. Let's see who's in here. He says Rodgers is going to the Raiders. You know what? I'll be okay with that. That'd be a definite upgrade from Derek Carr. But we'll see.
John Gruden wants him.
Yeah. I mean,
He wants
yeah,
him too.
I can see how everybody wants Aaron Rodgers. To me, Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, his last 2 years of his career, when I traded for the next 10 years of Derek Carr's career, yes. But we'll see. But Aaron Rodgers, is he willing to do what it takes? Maybe he's willing to do what it takes in a new scenario. So if it was me, players don't want to honor their contract, I'll just get you out of here. I'd rather not deal with the headache. But I know it's other things involved like money issues and stuff like that they got to think of. But to me personally,
Aaron Rodgers indoors. Woo. 8 games indoors. That'd be a scary proposition.
but yeah. Anything else? Any other thing football related?
Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to start training camp in Oxnard, California. They're mini camp. They're up there for a month, I believe, the first month.
And
then
they're still gonna suck.
And so, if you guys want to come up with me and enjoy good practice, get some autographs, that'd be cool because Drew Pearson is going in the Hall of Fame. Dallas Cowboy wide receiver from the 70s and early 80s. So yeah, I'll be updating everybody on Cowboy information.
Yay, looking forward to it, Guru. Nah, that's good, Guru. I'm a I'm gonna send you the login information for our YouTube so you can go live for our channel while you're there. You know how to do it. Guru, he went live while we on hiatus. Guru has been live on his own. Guru, heck, go plug the channel, Guru.
Oh yes,
Guru's gets, man.
Yeah, the Guru's Rant. So I'll be going live about 6 p.m. today. And it's my new show called Guru's Rant, where I cover some hot topics in sports, basketball, football, baseball, UFC, boxing, whatever's on the menu. And I'll be doing the show about 3 times a week. So feel free to check me out there. I'm still here at GRT Sports, but this is something, another show that I started, and I look forward to having y'all come over and check it out. Let me know what you think and leave comments.
Yeah. We'll get that into this. Text me the actual name.
When are you not gonna talk about the Cowboys so I can join?
I won't talk about it just for you to join.
I got you, Guru.
Okay, so let's talk about the NBA playoff picture right now. The Warriors just got eliminated for the playing game is stupid. Let me just start off this right now. You got teams that like play for seventh and eighth position. I know. You're gonna say the Warriors is eighth and they lost. So that's the only reason why you're saying that. But nah, man, that's dumb. Like they played the same year everybody else played. Like I see last year with the play-in tournament, you kind of had to do that a little bit because the season got abruptly stopped
Yeah.
mid-season. But right now, it's like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing here? You know, the uh, Warriors got eliminated.
They played tough.
They got eliminated by. They played pretty good, but
Memphis.
they was clown college. So many turnovers. So many like Curry just he tried, but it wasn't enough. Like to me, it signifies how much they need Klay Thompson back because you got guys just like you know bogging down Curry
Relying on Steph, instead
too
of
much.
finding their own shot.
They could even overtime play like Draymond. How you not know that it's 7 seconds left? You got it. You got an open shot in the middle. Like bro, attack the
You're a world
basket.
champion.
He's just looking to be a playmaker too much, man. But anyway, the Clippers lost. They suck. I think that was.
Luca,
I
man.
think that.
Luca's a scary man, dude. But yeah, but Ramir, I agree with you, man. I'm not a fan of the playing of the playoffs. Um, I mean, I understand it. I know I've been saying that a lot, but the excitement, you know, I'm sure it's getting viewers and building up teams that shouldn't be built up. But I once again, it's like you played the season, you grind it out. Like man, like Warriors, like dude, we've had shows where who would have thought they would have finished eighth?
Right.
I mean,
I was dogging Steve Kerr.
definitely Curry. And it's like that would have been a feat in itself, and to tell you the truth, they probably would have gave, the games would have been competitive against the one seed,
Hmm.
Utah, right? But they would have been competitive. But it's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, the excitement's definitely there. It extends the playoffs. It extends it and makes it a little bit more exciting. But playoffs are already exciting, man. Like you can see every team elevate their intensity. I mean, we talked about it in the show, right? With like, look at a team like the Lakers, where it's like people were pretty much coasting in the regular season, and now it's go time. Now it's playoffs. Now we got to put up and shut up. And you're seeing these great games, man.
That's
Like,
not
dude,
hot for him.
did you guys catch that Portland Denver game? Dude, Portland went off yesterday, but it was
Yeah.
a really, really good game to watch and see just because of the intensity. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the tournament, but it is what it is, man. I'm sure we're going to continue to see it just because it's going to make the league money.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's good because it allows teams at the bottom. It gives those teams that are right on the edge. It gives them hope,
No.
and they don't just get in; they have to play in. And I think Tito, you said it best: the excitement, right? That's exactly what us as fans want: the
Hate it.
excitement,
Hate it.
and it gives
Participation
people the
trophies.
opportunity. What if the Warriors had won? Would you have still not liked the process?
Yeah, I think the whole how do you this is this is participation trophies turning into real championships right now.
Oh no, not
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
Man,
That's
look,
that's
if
way
you
out
got
of bounds
criteria,
right
so
there.
what's the point of having a top 8 team? You basically have the top 10 teams right now.
It's just a different format. Like it's been that way for years and years, and the league is evolving, and it's an incentive for teams at the bottom to scrap, and it gives hope because no one's going to say that the AFC can't be the one seed. I've seen it happen, right? Sonics and Denver Nuggets, the Wizards, what they're going to do to the Brooklyn Nets. So it's like there is hope, there is possibility. You play in like the Washington Wizards, right? You get in there, you get your battle scars, you lick your wounds, you get in your playoff spot, and you play the day this evening.
They play
And
the
that's what
Wizards is
you
playing
want.
the 76ers. Did you say the Nets? Or
Oh, excuse me, the 76ers.
yeah, yeah.
You get,
They can beat
you
them.
battle your way in. Yes, I feel like we can. In
So
Russ, we
so so
trust.
Guru, I think we're on two different ends of the spectrum now. Your team is trash and got a participation place to play in and got in. My team fought all season from obscurity at the bottom of the league to earn their eighth seed just to play a game to get kicked out. 2 games. And it's like, come on, man.
Your team's at home because they didn't win, and mine did. That's how it works.
Yeah, so I don't know, Guru. I think the play-in tournament is I get it. Like I wasn't a fan of the baseball play-in tournament, but then I warmed up to it over a couple of years. So, Maybe this is a
Exactly. You'll warm up to this. You'll warm up to this because at one point or another, it's going to work in your favor. And I think that's the whole idea of it. It gives, again, like Tito said, it allows extra money. And look, playoffs are excitement, even if it's a playing tournament, right? The NCAA playing tournament. I'll watch that, even though I know those teams are going to be at the bottom. You just love the playoff scrap. It's just like each possession counts, you know?
I
No
guess
relaxing. The
top
world is watching.
top 6 seeds. So you got to try to fight for a 6 spot, so you won't have to play extra games, even though you all got the same amount of
Yep.
games that you played throughout the year. But whatever, NBA. How about this,
The
Guru?
Wizards.
We need to raffle. Dang, Nolan. We need to raffle them up and then have them play different teams. Who cares? Who y'all think is coming out to play this NBA playoffs? How it's looking? The West is kind of wide open for me. All the teams can be beat. All the teams can win. I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not that
I
Well,
sold.
think
I
you're
said
right.
the Suns.
I'm not that
I
so.
said the Suns are coming out of the West.
I'm not that sold on the Jazz at all, or the Suns, or the Clippers, or the Mavericks, or the Lakers, or Portland, or the Nuggets. Well, Portland, I'm pretty sure they're going to win their series. I have them. I pegged them for winning. They let Joker do his thing, and they didn't let him be a playmaker, so it kind of put him in a box. So, and, like one of y'all just said the game was kind of real exciting, and like it turning it up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. If you guys ain't watching Portland, they're a good. They're playing good basketball right now. It's fun to watch. I mean, even Carmelo got off yesterday, which was pretty cool. But
Pause.
I agree with you, Ramir. Like I mean, I've been saying Lakers all year long. They to me they still have the best players on the court when healthy. The question is if they're healthy. The question is can they get all the role players, everybody else on the team to play together as well. But I think you're right, man. Like the West is anybody's game right now. I think every team has showcased that they can lose, but every team has also showcased that they can win. So it's going to be grinding, man. I still think the Lakers can pull it off, but I wouldn't be surprised with any other team, though, man. Um, I'm gonna go out. I mean, I know I've been wrong in the show a lot, but I'm gonna go out and say, Guru, I don't think the Suns have the size to play with the Lakers. I just think that the size is gonna be way too big for them. I mean, playoffs, the
Pause.
physicality from it. Yeah, exactly, right. The physicality in the playoffs. The East, man. Um, I mean, the Nets look scary. They it's weird the way that they're playing, man. I mean, you got three of the best scorers, like one-on-one players ever. And it's funny because they're actually playing that in the game. Like whenever anybody has it, they're playing their game. And I mean, for whatever reason, teams are not exploiting that or can play against it or anything like that. But um, the East is going to be weird, man. I mean, part of me wants to say Giannis is going to step it up a notch just because I like the way that Holiday plays. I like what PJ Tucker has to offer on that team too. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, I think the East is the same way, man. And all of those teams have showcased that they can lose, but all of them have showcased that they can win. So it's weird. I don't see any dominant team whatsoever in these playoffs um, going on right now.
So, who do y'all want to see in the final? Who you go first?
I want to see.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I already know what
I
you're gonna
like
say.
to see the Sun. I like to see the Suns and the
Versus
Wizards.
Wizards. Yep. All right. I already knew. That's your
Hey,
team. So I all right. I'll show you. Tito.
in the playoffs.
Here, who would I like to see?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just going to be a personal choice. I won't. I can give you who I think is going to be there, but who I would like to see. I would actually like to see Portland out of the West. I want to see Dame do his thing and go at it. I want Carmelo to be at that stage as well. And I want to see, um, for all intents and purposes, I want to see the Nets out on the East. Who I think is gonna go though, I'm calling a Milwaukee Lakers final.
What? I personally want to see the Portland come out the West and out the East. I think the Nets, of course, James Harden. But I want Portland to win. I want Portland to go all the way, but we'll see. Um,
Yeah,
the Lakers can be beat, man.
Portland's my sleeper.
Portland.
Portland's my sleeper.
Yeah, out the East, I think the Nets. I think if they don't get hurt, they're not getting beat. Uh, Giannis them is cool.
Who, the Nets?
Yeah, if they don't get hurt, I think they have what it takes. I think we got
I
we're giving the Lakers a shot because they got LeBron, one of the best players in the world. But when healthy, Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. So
You just got to throw some goons out there, man. I think you can hurt the Nets, man.
Well, I feel like the 76ers, I feel like if there's going to be a first round upset, it's definitely going to be right here with the Washington Wizards. And I feel like we're quick enough to move with them. We have Russ. I think Bill has a lot to prove. You know, he's going to have to come up real big every night that we have a game. And we know Russ is going to give it everything he has. But I just feel like even though they have the big, we have Russ and Bill, and that should be enough to squeak by the 76ers. I really believe that.
well, let me give you an update on the game. It's tied. Oh no, not anymore. It's 44-47. The Sixers are up by 3 points. I agree with you, Guru, for a first round upset. I think the Washington Wizards might win this. We'll see if Doc Rivers is going to pay off, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Sixers. I want them to go deep in the playoffs, though. If it was one team I wanted from the East that I want to go to the championship, it is the Sixers or it's the Wizards. I like Russell Westbrook, so I would like to see him get there. The Knicks, I don't. I
Russ
think they're
we
a good
trust.
story, but Russ we trust. That's a little bit too far from our religious ears, but it's all good. Um, but yeah. I guess Guru. Yeah, I guess we can. Has it been an hour yet? Yeah, it's been an hour. We're creeping up on an hour almost. These playoffs, we'll see what happens, man. It's good to be back talking with you guys. We'll be back. We'll make some time and check out Guru's channel. Guru just text it to me so I can put it in the description so people can go to it easily. Subscribe to that.
Okay. Let me do
And
that.
Guru, when you go to the Cowboys, remember you got to stream live for both channels. You got to do yours and you got to do ours. So you got to, you know,
Got
Guru's out there
you.
doing it, man. And you know what? COVID restrictions is kind of relaxing right now. You guys are shot it up. I'm anti-vaxxer, so we can all just hang out.
Yeah. I want to ride scooters.
You
I want
can,
to run a scooter or
you
something.
could. I mean, one of these
Yeah.
days I might go on a weekend, and we can get in.
Yeah, I like to run a scooter or something and cruise on that.
What else?
I've never rode one.
Yeah, but shout out Tito. You know, you know,
Yep.
go.
Hit
Any
me up,
last
man.
words, guys? Tito, you first.
Yeah, man. Thanks as always. Viewers, Jose, see you out in the comments. Appreciate you. Love you, bro. Really, what it comes down to, thanks. It's good to be back. Good chopping it up with sports. I've been hella busy, but definitely, I never regret taking time off my day to kind of do this, man. So appreciate it. Guru's rants. I'm probably, I'm gonna dub myself the Guru's marketer. So I'm gonna have to work. I say that's a working title. I think I'll help him out a little bit. And we'll try and get some fans. We'll try and get some viewers. Hopefully it's not our cowboy stuff. Just
So,
because we'll lose them. We'll lose them, man. We will. But yeah, man, it's just always fun hanging out with you guys, man.
Guru.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate all the viewers, man. Each and every one of y'all who takes time out to tune in. I'm always, whether it's just one of y'all, I'm always appreciative. And I hope y'all continue to watch. We grow this channel together. And it's always good to be back with the fellas because that's where it feels good. We get to bounce off each other, and with everything starting to pop back up and open back up, it's like we're going to be bringing y'all even more. So you'll be getting it, throughout the week.
Yeah, we got a comment, Jose. He just called us out. He said, "Stop with the on and off shows. Just do it." Wow, Jose, you're right.
Right on,
We'll,
Jose.
we'll,
I
we'll,
got you.
we can find an hour a week at a pocket of time somewhere. And my
Yeah,
overall goals for
okay.
2021, man, is the level of production. Like have we can have a scenario or where we all like chilling together and we can kind of talk and have some microphones and just
Man,
blah 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 talking.
Yeah.
I'm ordering one.
We're meeting in Ray Mears' house. Let's do it.
We could, I'm okay with that. We could do it outside or on the inside. Probably on the outside. That'd be pretty cool. Run some cords out there,
Yeah.
internet cords. All right, everybody. Thanks. We'll be back. We'll be back next week, if not earlier.